Welcome to my channel. Hi students, today we will learn about the southern plateaus. We will know about the plateau region, Malwa Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau, Deccan Plateau, and the life of the people in the southern plateau. So what is a plateau? A plateau is a flat land which is higher than the land around it. It is called a tableland. So here in the picture, can you see children? The land around it and the land in between. A plateau is a flat land which is higher than the land surrounding it. So this is called a tableland. So this picture is showing that it is a plateau. Can you see? Yes. The southern plateau lies to the south of northern plains. This is the Indian map. Can you see children? Yes, this is the north and this is the south. So the southern plateaus lies to the south of the northern plains. They are in which shape? Inverted triangle shape. Can you see a cone-like shape in the south? Yes. So this is the triangle shape. The plateau is bounded by the Western Ghats on the west side and the Eastern Ghats on the east side. The plateau is bounded by the Western Ghats in the west and Eastern Ghats in the east. It is bounded by Aravalli Hills in the north and Rajmahal Hills in the northeast. The Narmada River divides the southern plateau into two parts: the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The southern plateau is divided into two unequal parts. One is the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateaus. The Central Highlands in the north are dividing into Aravalli Hills and Chota Nagpur Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is in the south. So the Central Highland consists of Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. So we will see one by one. The Malwa Plateau. This is the Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau lies in the northwestern of Central Highlands. It is located between the Aravalli Hills and the Vindhya Hill Range. So this is Aravalli Hill Range and this is Vindhya Hill Range. So Malwa Plateau is in between of Aravalli Hills and Vindhya Hills. It slopes towards the north. That is why many rivers of river join the Ganga, Yamuna, Chambal, Betwa and so. This region is very popular in black soil. So black soil is very good for crops like cotton and sugarcane. Next is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau in the Central Highlands is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. This region is in the northwest part. So this is Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau lies in the northwest of Central Highlands. It is located between Aravalli Hills and Vindhya Hills. Between the Aravalli and Vindhya Hills is the Malwa Plateau. It slopes towards the north. That is why many rivers of the place join Ganga, Yamuna and Chambal, Betwa. So, this region is rich in black soil. It is good for crops like cotton and sugarcane. So, next is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. The other plateau in the Central Highland is Chota Nagpur Plateau. This region lies to the northwest part of the India. So this region is very rich in minerals like coal, iron, manganese and mica. Can you see children in the picture? The area is rich in minerals like coal, iron, manganese and mica. This region has large deposits of coal. Chota Nagpur Plateau. This is the Deccan Plateau. This is the largest plateau in India. It includes a region of the south river Narmada and Satpura Hills. It is bordered by the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. See, the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. These Ghats are meeting at a point, and that point is called as Nilgiri Hills. This point is called as Nilgiri Hills. The Western Ghats includes Satyagiri, Nilgiri, Annamal and Cardamom Hills. Can you see the Cardamom Hills here? Yes. The Western Ghats also includes rivers like Mahanandi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri in the west. The Eastern Ghats are also dividing the small hill ranges into the rivers which flow into the Bay of Bengal. So can you see Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna, Tungabhadra, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri? Yes. So these rivers are flowing from Western Ghats to the eastern into the Bay of Bengal. Since the rivers of this region are not fed up by melting snows, they dry up during summer. These rivers are rain-fed. They often cause floods during rainy season. The land in the Deccan Plateau is uneven and we can see a number of waterfalls along the path. These are the Jog Falls, the Saravati in Karnataka, which are the highest waterfalls in India, and these is the Nilgiri Hills. Many dams have been built across the rivers of Southern Plateau. This is the Mettur Dam on the river Kaveri, which is the largest irrigation project in South India. This is Mettur Dam on the river Kaveri. This is Hirakund Dam on the river Mahanandi. And this is Nagarjuna Sagar Dam on the river Krishna. These are all the worthy dams which have been mentioning. They used to store water in dams is used for irrigations. Irrigation means agriculture, electricity and all. There are rich deposits of minerals like iron, gold and mica in the Deccan Plateau. Here you can see iron, gold and mica. They are the rich deposits of minerals in the Deccan Plateau. The Kola gold mines are Putti gold mines are also popular in Karnataka. So now we will see the lives in the southern plateaus. What are all the states which are covered in the southern plateaus? The first state we see, this is Madhya Pradesh. The capital of Madhya Pradesh is Bhopal. The state is known for its forest reserves. This is Kanha National Park and Bhangwara National Park, which protects the tigers and are located in Madhya Pradesh. Most of the people are farmers here. They grow crops like wheat, jowar, cotton, pulses and many other seeds. The Khajuraho temple, these are the famous Khajuraho temples, and this is Sanchi Stupa in the Madhya Pradesh, which are the tourist attractions of Madhya Pradesh. This is Chhattisgarh. Capital of Chhattisgarh is Raipur. Can you see, children? Chhattisgarh capital is Raipur. Farming is the main occupation of people of Chhattisgarh. They grow crops like paddy and many other crops like linseeds, betel nuts and watermelons. Chhattisgarh is rich in minerals and they also produce steel here. Bhilai steel plant is in Chhattisgarh, which is very famous steel plant in the India. People speak Hindi here. The other important cities of Chhattisgarh are Durg, Kobar and Bislapur. The people in this region are inhabited by tribal people. Next is Jharkhand. Jharkhand capital is Ranchi. Jharkhand state lies on the Chota Nagpur plateau and it is rich in the minerals and forest resources. Bokaro is the largest steel plant in India. The people speak Hindi here. Jamshedpur is also another steel plant in the Jharkhand. Next is Maharashtra. This is Maharashtra. Capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai. The state lies in the northern western part of the Deccan Plateau. The soil in this region is very fertile. Godavari and Krishna passes through this region of Maharashtra. Most of the people are farmers here. They grow cotton, jowar, bajra, cotton, coconut, sugarcane. Many of the crops grow in Maharashtra. The fruits like oranges, grapes and mangoes are produced in plenty and we also exported throughout India. Nagpur is very famous for Nagpur oranges. Ganesh Chaturthi is a famous festival which is celebrated in Maharashtra. Marathi is the main language of people of Maharashtra. The Ajanta and Ellora caves are in Aurangabad, which are very famous caves in Maharashtra. The other important cities in Maharashtra are Pune, Nasik, Sholapur, Aurangabad. Men wear dhoti, shirt, while women wear sari and blouse. Tamasha is a folk dance of Maharashtra. Next we see Karnataka. The capital of Karnataka is Bengaluru. Karnataka lies towards the south of Maharashtra. The main occupation of people is farming. They produce crops like ragi, cotton, jowar, sugarcane and spices. Spices are very famous in Karnataka, and coffee. Bengaluru is the capital of Karnataka. It is also known as Silicon Valley of East and it is also known as a computer IT technology famous in Karnataka. Mysore and Hubli are the other important cities of Karnataka. Men here wear dhoti and shirt while women wear sari and blouse. The main language is Kannada in Karnataka. They are very fond of music and dance. The traditional folk theatre of Karnataka is Carnatic music and Mysore is famous for Brindavan Gardens in Mysore. Next is Tamil Nadu. Capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai. The state lies east of Karnataka. The main occupation of people is farming. They grow crops like paddy, sugarcane, cotton, groundnuts and many other crops. In Tamil Nadu we have Nilgiri Hills. Coffee and tea are also grown popularly here. Tamil is the main language of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is also one of the most industrialist state of our country. Kanchipuram is very famous for silk sarees here. The integral coach factory at Parambur makes railway coach here. Dosa, idli, upma, sambar are the main South Indian food items which have come from Tamil Nadu. It is very popular all over the country too. Men wear lungi and shirt. Girls wear long skirts called pavadais. Bharatanatyam is also the classical form of Tamil Nadu which is very famous. The famous festival is Pongal and Deepavali. Tamil Nadu is also known as the city of temples. Most of the famous temples are Meenakshi Sundaram, Madurai, Nataraj Temple, Chidambaram and Rameshwaram Temple. Next we have Andhra Pradesh. The capital of Andhra Pradesh is Amaravati. Andhra Pradesh, the largest of the southern states, is Andhra Pradesh. It lies to the north of Tamil Nadu. The main occupation of people is farming. They grow crops like paddy, jowar, tobacco, chilies and sugarcane. The main crops of Andhra Pradesh is tobacco. It is largest producer of tobacco in the world. Bidari work on brass and copper is also popular in the country. The other important cities of Andhra Pradesh are Vijayawada, Guntur, Nellore, Visakhapatnam and Anantapuram. Next we come to Telangana. This is Telangana, capital is Hyderabad. The newly formed 29th state of India being used as 25th. The newly formed 29th state of India being the 25th largest state of India is Telangana. It shares the borders with the 4 different states such as Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. The major cities include Hyderabad, Warangal, Nizamabad, Karimnagar, Ramagundam and Khammam. Rice is the major food crop of the state. Hyderabad being the capital, major manufacturing service industries are in the operation here. Bonalu, Batkama, Sammakka, Saraka, Jatara are the main festivals of this region. Lumbini Park, High-Tech City, NTR Park, Charminar, Salaja Museum and Golconda Fort are the place worthy seeing in the Telangana state. Sankrantri and Ugadi are the most popular festivals of Telangana. Thank you. Have a nice day.